13 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. What's next on the Cobbles? In next week's Coronation Street, Mason Radcliffe faces a life-threatening situation as his brothers retaliate, setting the stage for intense drama on the Cobbles. The shocking turn of events leaves the community reeling, with questions about whether Mason will survive the ordeal. Meanwhile, Lisa uncovers yet another secret Carla has been hiding, creating further tension between the two. Adding to the drama, Bobby makes an unexpected visit to Rob Donovan, hinting at unresolved issues that could shake things up even more. Here are 13 must-see moments coming your way. 1. Mason's departure and tension with Abi. Mason is increasingly concerned about his safety in Weatherfield after assisting D.S. Swain in linking Matty and Logan to Becky's death. Fearing retaliation from his brothers, he begins to make plans to leave the area. In a troubling moment, Mason tries to take some heather from Seb's memorial garden, intending to give it to Betsy. However, Abi catches him in the act and scolds him for showing disrespect to her late son's memory. 2. Betsy remains suspicious of Mason. Mason reassures Betsy that he had no involvement in Becky's death, but she remains unconvinced of his innocence. Sally, however, stands up for Mason, pointing out that he did the right thing by alerting the police about his family's involvement. Later, Mason continues his efforts to make amends, apologizing to Liam for his past bullying behavior. 3. Mason's violent encounter. Mason and Dylan are confronted by a gang at the precinct, and a violent altercation ensues. Abi is horrified to find Mason badly injured, having been stabbed by his brothers with a zombie knife. As the ambulance rushes him to the hospital, Betsy regrets their earlier argument and accompanies Mason, staying by his side in his time of need. 4. The community reacts to the attack. Mason's stabbing leaves the Weatherfield community in shock. However, there is some hope when news breaks that the police have already located the weapon used in the attack. For Abi, the situation is especially difficult, as it brings back painful memories of the violent attack on her son Seb. 5. Abi's overprotectiveness escalates. Following Mason's attack, Abi becomes excessively protective of her son, Alfie, fearful of any potential danger. When she briefly loses sight of Alfie at the precinct, panic sets in as he goes missing. Abi breathes a sigh of relief when Toya is seen returning Alfie. But her overactive imagination leads her to wrongly accuse Toya of kidnapping him. 6. Joseph's confession and guilt. Joseph is left shaken after learning that a hoax call delayed the arrival of the ambulance to treat Mason. Unable to live with the guilt, he confesses to Kit that he was responsible for making the prank call. Craig is later tasked with informing Chesney and Gemma of Joseph's actions. Before Craig leaves, Joseph admits that the idea for the hoax came from Hope. 7. The consequences for Joseph's actions. Chesney and Gemma are told that Joseph will face a youth caution for his involvement in the hoax call. Fizz expresses sympathy for the Winter Browns, realizing that Hope was the mastermind behind the idea, which makes the situation even more complicated. 8. Betsy opens up to Lisa. After much internal conflict, Betsy decides to come clean to Lisa about her involvement in the factory robbery. In the process, she reveals that Carla had known the truth for weeks but kept it from Lisa. Furious, Lisa confronts Carla at the hospital, and Carla admits that she was trying to protect Betsy, which begins to repair her relationship with Lisa. 9. Bobby's visit to Rob Donovan. Bobby and Ryan both volunteered to donate a kidney to Carla, although they remain uncertain if they're suitable matches. In a bold move, Bobby also reaches out to his father, Rob Donovan, who is in prison, asking if he would consider donating a kidney. This marks Rob's return to the show after a lengthy absence since 2017. 10. David misunderstands the situation. While Kid is out on the Cobbles, he receives a call from Shona, informing him that she has seen Matty and Logan at the Fresco car park. Sarah overhears the conversation and becomes suspicious. Worried that Shona and Kit might be rekindling their affair, she urgently warns David, who rushes off, misinterpreting the situation and fearing the affair has resumed. 11. Evelyn bids farewell. Evelyn prepares to leave Weatherfield as she embarks on her new journey to pursue a law degree in student halls. Yasmin secretly feels envious of Evelyn's ability to chase her dreams. As Evelyn prepares to leave, Roy expresses how much he will miss her, and the group gathers at the Rovers for farewell drinks, marking a bittersweet moment. 12. Chesney's unexpected windfall. Chesney receives a check for £20 as compensation from the abattoir following the death of his father. Les, while Gemma suggests they celebrate the windfall with a night out, Chesney is not in the mood to celebrate, his thoughts clouded by the complicated circumstances surrounding the money. 13. Dev makes another attempt with Bernie. Dev tries once more to prove his commitment to Bernie and make their relationship work. In a surprising twist, Dev proposes to Bernie again, hoping that she will accept his offer this time. The question remains, will Bernie say yes? Or has Dev's persistence worn thin?
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.